Hello. Hello, everyone. Hello, Big Pizzer. Hello, Garfield, dating lasagna, and hello, Super Pulches. All right, 1 second, just finishing up the setup, and we can start. Also, I'm not feeling this music right now. Let's see. I'm summoning the eclipse right now. I'm just praying and shit. It's happening. This Saturday, they're gonna confirm. They're gonna confirm the health and DLC. For real, for real. 100% guaranteed on a stack. Also, this time HDR is working. Oh my god. Oh my god. Sheesh. Oh yeah, we were looking at this last time. Genuinely, hello James, by the way. Genuinely worried we're like a year or more away from the DLC. The lack of announcement is crazy. There is no way we are a year away from the DLC. I'm telling you, like, okay. I think it's very fair to expect the DLC announcement this weekend at the 1-year anniversary event. I think that's perfectly fair. That's not even copium, okay? Because the DLC is happening. It's happening. It's basically, it's gonna happen, all right? Just believe. Honestly, there is no better time to announce it, and it can't come out too late. There is no way they're gonna release a DLC 2 years after the game came out. All right? So it's gonna come out very soon. And there is Armored Core coming out at some point this year, probably like in autumn this year, like after, like, I don't know, September or something. It has to come out before that. I don't think the DLC comes out any later than like June. Like June, July at most. If anything, I think they're gonna announce it now in February this weekend. And we might get it like in April or May. I think 2 months is a good delay to have between the announcement and the actual release of the DLC. No way it's coming like 2 years after the game released. How's the weather? We're like, okay, it's actually, it has been sunny today. I haven't been out. I worked from home, so I don't know how cold it is, but it was actually clear and sunny today. Pretty cool. Hello, some of all noobs. One streamer ends, another begins. The consumption of content continues. Unabated. Is this a Darkest Dungeon reference? By the way, who were you watching? Man, this game looks good. Military grenade, hello. No, I just said hi to a bot. Oh, yeah, I gotta ban that. Winori, please take care of it. A chitty streamer, you wouldn't know them. I guess so. Saved. It stays in the goddamn chat. God damn it. Yes, it on the on chat. Okay, it says on the on-screen chat. Are you kidding me, bruh? I try to fix that. You gotta do everything myself around here. Crazy. There. There we go. Da, 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 da. All right. Oh, hey guys. Dostar, thank you for the follow. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. Man, this game looks good. All right, so where were we last time? We did Fiel. We killed the dragon. And we got the Mendin rune of the Prince of Death. So next, we're gonna finish Ronnie's questline. We're gonna get married. Oh, I forgot to load the camera mod actually. We might want that here. Okay. Here we go. We're definitely gonna want to be looking at the moon situation here. Okay. All right, so we have this moon in the moonlight altar. It only appears in the moonlight altar, and it's north. It's always north. The moons never move from the sky. Straight north. Then we have this moon here behind the Earth tree. Is actually always east, almost east. It's like 85 degrees east or something like that. And this is the normal moon we see in game. Like if you look at it in any area of the map, you can always find it in the east side of the sky. It doesn't really move no matter which area you are on. And this is the actual like normal moon that we see everywhere. Now it's gonna be hard to see because it's hidden by the Earth tree, but I think I can actually fly past the Earth tree and we can get a clear look at it. Any second now. Ah, I fucked up. There we go. It's a bit blurry because of the fog, but this is basically the same moon image that you see everywhere in the map. And you can tell because it's always on the east side of the sky. I reckon the anniversary DLC might just be ray tracing. Maybe. Like it might, okay, the ray tracing thing might come out like on the very close or on the day of the anniversary. But still, that's gonna be its own thing if it doesn't come out packaged with the actual DLC. But the actual content DLC can't be too far off either. I'm still excited for the ray tracing patch. Like it's actually something I'm looking forward to. I do enjoy rays being traced. Oh yeah, another thing that's interesting about this other moon, like the one that only appears in the moonlight launcher, it's hard to see the actual texture of the moon. It's different from the other one because it has this really bright, like rime, I guess, ice effect on it. It looks cold, visually speaking, which kind of implies that this is like Rani's dark moon, not the normal moon. That's not the dark moon, but this one that only appears in the moonlight altar is Rani's dark moon. All right, so the interesting thing about this moon, like the normal moon of the game is actually like a texture on the sky. It's a flat image. But this moon actually is a 3D model. It's far up in the sky. So you can actually get around it. And it's not even a full sphere, it's just half a sphere. It's half a sphere with like the moon texture on it. That's me. There we go. It's very far off, so it takes a while to fly to. Let me try. Alright, are we past? We're almost past. Here, here you can see it's half a globe now. Doesn't have an other side. And for some reason they only applied the moon surface texture to one part of it. Oh my god, the camera. Holy, okay. There we go. We're getting somewhere now. And then like they manually added like the bright crescent effect on it. And holy shit, it's bright. Oh my god, now it looks like a sun. The moon is actually the sun. Amazing. Right, the camera is really freaking out now that I'm this far from the map. Can I even see? I don't think I can even see the earth tree from here. That's how far I am. Yeah. Can't even find the earth tree. I think this is the lands between. I think. Oh shit, there we go. Alright, there's the earth tree far in the distance. Anyways, it's giving me a headache. Also, I don't know if I ever properly re-explored the Moonlight Altar besides my first playthrough. Seems like a well. Deep Ainsel well, yeah. So we have the cathedral over there. It's a fairly big area, actually. Surprisingly big. What is the lore behind the ancient dynasty? Was it for the ancestral followers or the Nox or something else? I think it was for both. I think the ancient dynasty are the precursors of both the Nox and the ancestral followers. The one that really matters is that they are the predecessors of the Nox. So the TLDR is that the ancient dynasty are actually like the Numen. And the Numen were the first to arrive in the lands between and find the Elden Ring and the Crucible. For some time, they developed their civilization and they were able to have children thanks to the Elden Ring. Something that they couldn't do on their own. Then, at some point, for whatever reason, the Numen, as in the Eternals / the Ancient Dynasty, decided to betray the Greater Will for a reason or another. And in an effort to do that, they made the Fingerslayer blade. And the act of doing the thing, making the Fingerslayer blade and using it because it is blood drenched, was a betrayal against the Greater Will, and the Greater Will basically punished them out of existence. So what I think happened in that he sent a spell on them. He basically shot meteors at them, just like he sent the Elden Beast on a meteor. He sent Estelles to annihilate them. Estelles raised down the Eternal City, as in the true Eternal City, not the ones that are underground, as in like the ancient dynasties' actual Eternal Cities. And in the process, since they existed above ground, he pushed them below ground, where it's the only place they could exist, out of reach. Basically, by being on the surface, they were constantly like assailed by meteors and falling star beasts. And so from that group, from the Numen of the Ancient Dynasty, we have like two ramifications. We have the ancestral followers who completely like renounced metal and development and civilization. They basically become bums, okay? And then you have the Nox, which built cities underground and continued to develop their civilization and continued to like conceive a plan in order to be able to get back their shit from get their freedom back from the Greater Will. Basically, they continued their rebellion against the Greater Will. Hello, Puzzleheaded, how are you doing? New stream already now, or just being clingy? I know. 2 streams in 3 days? Actually insane. Reformed. Hello, Serious Bound. How are you doing? I'm doing well, actually. Alright, and don't you tell me, Puzzlehead, I'm not actually trying to stream more now. Now that I have some time again, I'm trying to like be more consistent. I'm gonna try to stream a bit more often and finish the Melina video first. Hopefully this week I can finish it. It would be really nice if I could finish the Melina video before Saturday, before the anniversary event. Which, talking by the way about the Ancient Dynasty and Estelle, it's really interesting that when you start to see that Estelle and the Falling Star Beast are like used as like weapons in a way by the Greater Will, it's really interesting to notice that this whole area itself, the like, what's it even called? Like Lunar Moonlight Altar. Like this whole plateau, the Moonlight Altar, which is associated with the Carian family normally, is actually defended by an Estelle. Because when you think about it, at the bottom of the deep Ainsel well, there is literally an Estelle guarding the way to this place. And you might think it's weird that an Estelle, even if they are affiliated with the Greater Will, is guarding this place as associated with the Carians. Well, currently it's not owned by the Carians. Currently it seems to be actually controlled by the Two Fingers. Rani doesn't come in here until she have the Finger Slayer blade to kill the Two Fingers, but it's the Two Fingers who's chilling in this place, and where even the Black Knife Assassin was imprisoned. So it kind of makes sense that Estelle is actually almost being a guard dog for this area. Dun, 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 dun. What's in here again? Surely something really important. Oh. Okay. God damn it, I forgot about this guy. Get him! God damn it. I think the placement of Rani's seal solidifies that too. Solidifies what exactly? Also, they drop Ghost Gloveworth. That's interesting. They drop, I guess this one drops Gloveworth, and normally the Revenants drop what's it called? Grey Violet. The Revenants are actually a pretty weird class of enemy. They're very odd. Am I gonna die here? Is this death? Yes, it is. God damn it. Wait, I'm not dead. How did I take damage? Okay. Lunar Estate Ruin. Right, this area is pretty big. Another one. Did he just fall from the sky? He fell from the sky! Man, this gotta be like the worst enemy in the game. Jesus. Just die already. Dun, 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 dun. Is there any lore at all for the Revenants? I feel like there is something. I think it's only from one item, isn't it? From the bell. I don't have it. Damn. Damn it! Oh, this looks like a fake wall. No! Oh, there we go. I almost got baited. Alright, surely it's something interesting now. Bruh. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. If I keep going this way, I'm gonna end up behind the cathedral. Also, I think this hall... Hello, Swords here. How are you doing? I think this hall leads to the Two Fingers, right? It's like the exit. You're good. That's great to hear. I remember spending 3 hours in my first playthrough trying to figure out how to get in this plateau from down there. Dun, 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 dun. Little did I know. There are some glitches. Oh, are there? Is there some skip that lets you get here? Bunch of turtles. I think one of the spirit turtles is here normally. Like Reed Niche. Hello, the Revenants are clearly grafted and they are very weak against Earth-Tree Heal incantation. That's all the lore I know. Well, actually, they aren't grafted. I can respawn them and like show you a bit up close. They're not grafted, they just have like 4 arms, like 2 torsos. But Rani is trying to murder the finger. I don't see how Estelle would be there at the behest of the Karyan, because this would mean the greater way would be Rani's behalf. No, I don't think he's there at the behest of Karya. I think he's at the behest of the greater will. For sure. Like, not for Karya. I mean, the 2 fingers are the one who are controlling the Moonlight Altar before Rani comes to kill them. Because that's where they are, like, camping. I hear they're not grafted, they're just ugly. They are not ugly. Alright. Say that to all the Rani fanboys, huh? Let's see how they feel about her 4 arms. Why am I killing the turtles? What's wrong with me? Jesus. Wonder what she looks like with red hair. Probably super basic. Did you see that? I landed that. Sheesh. True. Dun, dun. Dun, 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 dun. Oh yeah, on the topic, since we're talking about the Revenants and Rani and 4 arms, I genuinely think that Rani's mentor, the Snow Crone, which like the doll is based on, was a Revenant. And it kind of makes sense considering like this place is for some reason full of revenants, like the Moonfolk ruins, and it's like a snow-ish area. Like there is a dark moon and like there is constantly, like it's cold and it's snowing, but for 2 reasons. First, Rani's mentor is probably Torrent's former master. Torrent is a spirit horse. Okay. What do revenants use? Some of them? Spirit horses. Second of all, she had 4 arms, just like the revenants, which Rani's doll is based on her master and she has 4 arms. Third of all, the other thing Rani gives you on the behalf of her, I guess, of the previous owner of Torrent, which is Rani's master, is a summoning bell, a spirit summoning bell. Guess what the revenants use? They also use bells to summon vengeful spirits. So you have these 4-armed dudes who use bells to summon vengeful spirits and ride spirit horses. So Rani's master, the Snowy Crone, was actually a revenant. Or something like that. Hello, oh, I did say hello to you already. Yeah, both the revenants and the Rani Snowy Crones use bells to summon spirits too. Yep, there you go. I agree, Rani is specifically tasked from her and I don't see her serving anyone but her. Oh. There is a lot of revenants in the Haddock tree. Now you're right. They are not only in this area at all. But yeah, I definitely think can't speak. I definitely think that Rani's master was like the Snowy Crone was a revenant type thing. There's so much dead space around here. Still, how do people stay healthy while being so tall? In real life, being above 2 meters tall, your heart starts having problems. Not pumping, nothing. Sortier, what are you talking about? I think you mean like Rani? Or the demigods? I don't think you can. They have god hearts, okay? It gives them like 20% more blood pumping capabilities than a human heart. I still really believe the Snowy Crone / Thorin's former master was Mikela. Jesus Christ. The Mikela theories. Wait, hold up. I think you can... Where are we on the map? Oh, it would be around here. This is just in everyone is Mikela. Yeah. I am Mikela. I am Mikela. I am Mikela. We're all Mikelas. What's up? I killed your friends. What you gonna do about it? Why are there red wolves or Radagon in the consecrated snowfield and Shufa River and Mount Gilmere catacombs? I don't know. FromSoft thought it was cool. They needed a boss. Okay, let's try. Okay. In the Eternal City, Radagon is a mimic. All right. In Nokron is where there is a whole mimic shit going on. Right, that's where you find them mimic tier and a lot of the mimics that take your appearance. Bam, there you go. In the consecrated snowfield, because consecrated snowfield used to be an eternal. I don't fucking know. Like, because Mikela lives around there, so that's why. For his son, daughter, however he identifies as. The Mount Gelmir catacombs. It's a hero's grave. I don't remember which hero's grave it is, but something having to do with that. There you go. Gold Mass is Mikela too. You would die if you tried to jump. Yes, I would. That's crap. Yeah, that's true. Until proven otherwise. Maybe I am Mikela. Fuck. The spectral steed whistle is intact in the Flame of Frenzy ending. Torrent is partial to the frozen resin which exclusively grows in the mountaintops. Radan's horse has red hair. Torrent has blonde hair. Also, you have everyone item called the Great Hood. It's a comically large headpiece that interestingly says it's too large for a normal head, getting a theme since the Snowy Crone hat is the same. Yeah, but what does that have to do? Like, doesn't the hood have to do with, like, it's the Sage Hood? It has to do with, like, finding answers to a long search for, like, something you searched for a long time ago. Also, I love how Radan having his horse having red hair is used as an argument here. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun, dun. I mean, okay. The Great Hood is actually Mikela. Selen is also Mikela. Selen is also Mikela. That's a fact. Dun, dun, dun. Gift from Dad, the dog. Yeah. Radagon's wolves were dispatched in places where his family might have been in the past to watch over them. Oh yeah, Rykard is in Mount Gelmir, I guess, but it's a bit far from. You know, okay, alright, wait, hold on. I was gonna say Rykard hasn't much to do with the catacombs, with the hero's grave, but isn't that hero's grave the one where you find the finger? Whatever it's called, the blasphemous finger, the one that references an act of blasphemy, and it looks like a finger from the hand creepers, which look like Rykard's hands. Also, it might be interesting to see what Radagon's wolf actually drops when you kill him in that hero's grave. Maybe he was guarding that. We haven't done that hero's grave. We could go check it out. Mikela is torrent. True. Would electron be considered pure? The alloy of silver and gold. Well, if it's an alloy, depends, I guess, on your perspective of pure. The Great Truth description states this was the moon Renala encountered. If you look at the depiction of Mikela in the Halictree, his head larger than his body, and it's seen in the intro too. Okay. I mean, the line, this is the moon that Renala encountered, is the line of the ghost, which drops the hood. Because the thing he was searching for is the moon that Renala encountered. Which did bewitch a lot of people back at the academy, but I don't see how that has to do with Mikela. Besides that Mikela having a slightly big head, which is rude, first of all. And also, that kind of tends to be the case with childish people. I mean, childish body anatomy, like their head are kind of big compared to an adult head for an adult body. Because IRL, the noble metals are called noble because water doesn't oxidize them. Okay. I would imagine the mix of gold and silver oxidizes, right? I would assume so. Holy shit, you guys are tanky. It drops a bloodhound spirit. There's also Deathwood behind the wolf. Bloodhound spirit? What's bloodhound? Blood? Oh, like the bloodhound now, like night summoning spirit thing is? Yeah, okay. That's the reason gold doesn't get rotted. Possibly, unalloyed gold is resistant to rot. Yeah. There is a lot of links between Karya and the Halictree, you're right, but it mostly has to do with like Mikela's heritage from Radagon. Radagon just absorbed a lot of the Karyan stuff into the Golden Order. I mean, he went there and just studied sorceries. Radagon is about like uniting things, and Mikela kept some of that in the Halictree. I mean, some of the cut items just straight up say that Mikela was gifted Karyan Knights by Radagon. Even though he went to go to be Elden Lord, he was still like the king, I mean king, or, you know, ex-king of Karya. Especially after like Renala just went insane, you would expect some of the people from the Karyan, like who serve the Karyan royal family, to perhaps follow Mikela. Very possible. I mean, for a fact, some of them did. You have some Haligtree Knights who use sorceries. You have the fact that he modeled his sword, like the Michelin Knight sword, after the swords of the Carian Knights. You have Loretta, of course, who used to serve the Carian royal family and went on to follow Miquella to the Haligtree. Torrent is immune to Scarlet Rot because his whistle is unalloyed. Maybe, but actually, Puzzlehead, I think it has more to do with the fact that Torrent is a spirit. And I'm pretty sure spirits in general are immune to the Scarlet Rot. Actually, I guess we should test that just in case, right? I believe, okay, I'm having doubts, but I'm pretty sure all spirits are immune to the Scarlet Rot. Torrent is immune to all status effects because it's a video game. Alright, look at this guy with the boring explanation. Alright. No, it's not a video game, alright? Miyazaki personally went onto the office one day and specifically said torrents and all spirits need to be immune to the Scarlet Rot. Also, what did this guy shoot at me? Oh, this looks icy. Yeah, it's like the ice spell. Interesting. An ancestor worshipper is walking in the lake of Rot with a talisman who probably was protecting them. True, I guess. Actually, that's not a bad point. Like the horns, like the talismans that boost like status resistance are made from like the budding horns of like ancestral spirits, which Torrent is very much like. Torrent has the same like double jump as like the ancestral spirit. He also have like these budding horns, you know, he also have horns. Torrent is a spirit animal similar to the ancestral spirit in many ways, so... Carians and the Nox worship the same outer god. That is why the ancient dynasty in the past were in Liurnia. I don't know if they worship the same outer god or who that would be specifically. I don't think they worship a specific outer god, considering they're all about the age of the stars, right? Which is not limiting control to that of the greater will alone. I don't know, man. I don't think they worship a specific outer god. Feels like the age of the star that the Nox and the Rani want. We don't know if the Carians want it, actually. Carians are more about the moon. Then again, there is also moon stuff in the Eternal City, if you count the moon as an outer god. Like in Noxtella. It seems more about like freedom of fate and having your fate like free tied to the star rather than being controlled by the Elden Ring, if you ask me. Do you mean the outer god of the moon? Maybe. Yeah, if you consider the outer god like the moon an outer god. It's unclear if the ancient dynasty itself was specifically in Liurnia, considering you can find traces of them like over here, like under like Caelid and Limgrave. I think they probably spread around quite a bit before they got annihilated, basically. Also, Mikkel has an interest in the eclipse, which means he was aligned with the moon in some way. Not necessarily improve he was a vessel. In death practices too. Well, that's versed in death practices. Okay, well, maybe. The moon is considered its own thing, like the eclipse rather. They consider it its own star. The ancestor follower is such a giga chad, yeah. The moon is never considered an outer god, even though it behaves like one. Basically, yeah, but neither is the greater will called an outer god. But let's be honest, man. It's probably an outer god. Kimley, hello, how are you doing? That's right, I am Cosmo Man. Can I level up? I guess so. What am I doing these days? A quality build? Ew, look at this guy. Going quality. What is this called? Alter South. No, what is the rise called? It has a weird name. Greater Will face reveal. Yeah. Chelona's Rise. What is Chelona's Rise? What is Chelona? Am I reading it correctly? Is this a DLC positive stream? We are very DLC positive. Okay? I'm telling you, on Saturday, we're getting some sort of DLC related info. Mikala's Rise. Okay, here we go, guys. Alright, it's not Mikala's Rise. It's not Mikala's Rise. In doubt, just bet on Mikala, apparently. Personally, I see overwhelming evidence. There's also a bunch of graven mass skulls, and even the talisman is found in the snowfields. Sure. Mikhail's Rise. We definitely believe here. The DLC is happening Saturday. There is no way DLC is not happening Saturday, I'm telling you. It has to happen! Oh, it's Greek or Latin for turtle? Oh, that's... okay, that's boring. What a... what a fucking lame-ass conclusion. Like, this would be like Rani's Rise or something. I mean, like, she has her rise, like, back here, but... like, this is where you find the Dark Moon, right? Like, this is her winter house or whatever. You think Rani was into turtles? I mean, not in a bad way. I mean, like, in a wholesome way. Like, she liked turtles? Like, you think, like... You think Rani was like a Turtle Pope fan? And so she has like this secret rise where she has a bunch of pet turtles and she called it the Turtle Rise? No? In the past, there were some Nox living in Ordina town, and the Greater Will sent a star on them. This is why Estelle is in the Snow Eternal, possibly. I mean, it's hard to say. It has the same architecture as the Celia, which is like Eternal City Descendants. But the Consecrated Snowfields, the whole area is a bit trickier than that, because the biome of the area it has like the petrified great trees and the lightning wisps going around, the dragonkin soldiers as spirits. That whole area kind of like seems like an underground area without the roof, you know? So it's a bit trickier than like, it looks like that area could have been underground, but it's not, kind of thing. Is it funny that despite all the Mikala talk, he might not be involved in the DLC? There is no way Mikala is not in the DLC. It's like, Jesus, FromSoft. Also, I didn't touch this guy, did I? Die! Switch from DLC news on Saturday to the DLC is happening on Saturday. Really going. Yeah, it's happening, man. Don't tell me I'm crazy. I'm not crazy, you're crazy. DIC about the unknown swordsman who sealed the outer god of Rot. What is DIC? What is DIC? Do I care? Like, did I cook? Huh? Oh, is it? Wait, is this DLC? Did not capitalize the L? I don't. It's not. I don't care, dumbass. it's DIC. Is there no news of if there's no news, I'm going to play through Dark Souls 1 Bloodborne Elden Ring just to get you and then kill the gods. Yeah, there's no DLC. Yeah, no, it's happening, man. It's like it's not even worth thinking about this scenario where there is no DLC news on Saturday, guys. Okay, just believe it's happening. He meant to capitalize the L. I was so confused. Yeah, that's possible. Like there is so many options for DLC. Can't even start listing them with how many there are. They also added a marine turtle phantom here for the puzzle. Chelonia is the main genus for marine turtles, which everyone else in the game are tortoise. Are you serious? It's not the same. Damn. Okay. There's a different model? Sheesh. Ordina is a Nox settlement, and the Black Knives Inn are working in union with the Albinorics to guard the tree. The armor found there is smoking gun that Mikula had a hand in the Night of the Black Knives, the IMO. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know. Jesus, big fat face plus you're ugly. Damn. I'm fine with the non-Mikula DLC if only if they make a second DLC. I don't think it's happening. I don't think the second DLC is happening. Okay. We only do realistic takes on this stream. All right. We're very down to earth. We never say anything too outlandish. Now 3 DLCs though, yeah, that could happen. Isn't there some crystallians around here? Oh, the one in the air. Holy shit, we should check that out. Okay. Oh, here we go. Hello. Ow. Ow. Oh, really? That cancels the stagger. Oh, that's unfortunate. You asshole! Jesus, the dodges! Let's get me! Alright, this is bullying. How are you hitting me from that angle? Die! Got him! Ginger wolf alert. Okay. The thing that still confuses me about Elden Ring is that the Elden Ring didn't exist for the whole world. So that's like making a chair that conveys all the rules of existence. What I'm trying to say is that creating something brand new that conveys rules is a very confusing concept. Yeah. Though to be fair, you could argue that this world wasn't even inhabited when the deal when the Elden Ring predates even life on this world. Also, that's 100% Renala, isn't it? That's guaranteed Renala, like the young astrologer. Also, it could just be that the Elden Ring has a limited influence, right? Doesn't control the whole universe. And I don't know about the control, I don't know how much the Elden Ring can be said to be the rules of reality, to what extent. Most things we know the Elden Ring has direct control of, actually, yeah. I was gonna say they're related to life in general, life and death. But there is also the fact that it has control over the stars. But yeah, it's weird. If the DLC don't happen, everything can just settle for my theories, which are probably all true. Real and true. Elden Ring doesn't not affect nature so much, it has a direct effect on humanity. Something like that, yeah. It turtles all the way down. I need someone to tell me the difference between Warcry and Barbaric Roar Ash of War. Are they the same? Chosen Undead, I think they don't have the same stat buffs. And also they have a different... Yeah, the Elden Ring controls the stars. I think they give you a different alternative R2. Or I think one of them does not give an alternative R2. Something like that. They do give one of them doesn't give an alternative R2, and one of them give, and two other Warcry Ash of Wars give a different strong attack combos. Yeah, the Elden Ring controls the stars. That's said in the very first trailer of Elden Ring. That which commanded the stars. Hello Zillion, how are you doing? DLC, hello. A day late, but nice. Hey, I know, right? Better than showing up next month. There is it controls the stars. It controls fate by controlling the stars. That's something the Elden Ring just does. Especially when you consider Marika has the Elden Ring, it really gets creepy when you consider Marika can literally controls the fate of people. And then you have the cut dialogue from Godfrey, which was way more explicit, where he's the Elden Ring arbiter of fate and Lord of the Stars above. I just watched and noticed that yesterday too. Elden Ring controlled everything. Yeah, what did you watch about that? But yeah, it really gets really interesting, the dynamics of how things play out, especially when you consider that Marika is the literal vessel. She has the Elden Ring and she puts in place a plan. Oh, the early trailer, yeah. And so this person, this god who has control over this thing, who controls fate, puts in place a plan, And for some magical reason, her plan just worked out. You know, I was working on the Melina video, and there is something like really funny. Like, Melina was given the purpose by her mother to basically burn the Earth Tree, right? What's interesting is that at some point in the quest line, after you have the dialogue with the finger reader in the forbidden, whatever it's called, forbidden road, forbidden zone, forbidden lands, Melina, you can talk to Melina at the bonfire, and she says that basically I'm doing this of my own free will, all right? Like, regardless of what designs Marika had, I'm doing this because I want to do it. Which is cool and all, but it gets really creepy when you think that Marika can literally control the fate of people by controlling their fate in the stars, because she has control of the Elden Ring. So is it actually, like Melina says, now, regardless of what my mother say, I actually want to do that? But the result is that she's still going with what her mother wanted, with what Marika wanted. She just thinks she has free will, but does she actually have free will? And I genuinely think like the big plot of Elden Ring is centered around this aspect of the mythos, about like the Elden Ring's control over fate, which I suspect is why the ancient dynasty did rebel over the greater will at some point in the past, and they got dunked on for, which is pretty interesting, and which is why the Age of the Stars is kind of removing that influence. It's just, which is what Ranni does in her ending. She just takes the Elden Ring and gets the fuck out. Are we expecting this to drop in announcing anniversary is from They're Not Beyond just dropping it and moving to AC6? You know, that would be a dream scenario, Kim Leave. But we as I said, we only do realistic takes on this stream, okay? We're not delusional. We don't say crazy things. It's probably just gonna be an announcement, okay? They're not just gonna shadow drop it that same day. Pot. What's your pot friend? Well, and why did the Greater Will send the Elden Ring to this planet? Why wouldn't they keep it for themselves? Curious. I don't think the Greater Will is particularly... And the Elden Beast. Well, the Elden Beast is the Elden Ring, but I don't think the Greater Will, like, the Elden Ring is particularly important to the Greater Will. I think it's just an aspect of its power, like order. You know, it's just a vassal of the Greater Will. It's not like a unique item. I'm pretty sure like the Greater Will has sent Elden Rings to other worlds. You know? I think for the Greater Will, the analogy I like the best is that he's the gardener, okay? He just plants. He plants seeds in different worlds. And if you subscribe to the idea that the Elden Ring and the Crucible came together at the same time, then the golden meteorite that contained the Elden Beast and the Crucible is literally a seed of life. And I went over that before. The Crucible is the source of life, but the Crucible is like chaos in a way. It's all life melt together. Okay? What you need is order, is the power of order, the power of the Elden Ring to separate and distinct chaos. Oh, okay, sorry. It's Zillion's fault. To separate and distinguish from that whole soup in order to create life out of the Crucible. Making the combo of Elden Ring / Elden Beast plus Crucible a literal seed that you can throw in some world, and bam, you get life in that world with the power of the Elden Ring and order. and there is a lot more going on there, and I hope that one day I can compile all of that and make it into a video. But considering the pace at which I'm going, whew, sheesh, man, sheesh. We did talk about this when we made it to the 3 fingers, if I remember correctly. But it's hard to keep a track of when I stream once every 5 months. Is she still just a slave? Are you talking about Marika? No. Oh, you're talking about Melina. Man, maybe that's what I was saying earlier. Like her fate was to think she had the choice. Sick. Yeah, it's like maybe she thought she had a choice, but she still ended up doing what she was supposed to be doing. So did she actually have a choice? Considering America can literally just mess with her fate, so it's really grim when you look at it that way. Interesting thought. He created intelligent life. Yeah. Do you agree with Vatatosker's Greater Will doesn't care what's going on as long as there is an Elden Ring? I do agree. I don't think the Greater Will care whatsoever what kind of order is put in place, as long as it doesn't threaten the concept of order, of like that system that's based on the Elden Ring. He doesn't care if it's an order of rot, if it's an order of like poo-poo eaters. He just doesn't give a fuck, right? As long as it's the order system based on the Elden Ring, and those who hold it are adhering to what he's doing. What happens is that those civilizations end up one way or another wanting to rebel against the Greater Will, which I think is what happened to the Ancient Dynasty, probably because they realized their fate and their free will was taken away. Which I genuinely believe is what happened to the Farum Azula like dynasty. They were abandoned by the Greater Will. They had an Elden Lord, they had a god, a vessel of the Elden Ring. Something happened. I have an idea of what that something is. They were abandoned by the Greater Will. They selected different candidates, which were the basically Marika's bunch, you know. Greater Will just sent a meteorite on Farum Azula because that's what he does when he doesn't like someone. He just sends meteorites at them. And then the finger proceed to like prop up and help whatever alternative they're going to put in power, like the next age people, which in that case were Marika's bunch, like Marika and Godfrey and all of that. And they help them take control of the Elden Ring. Just like today, the fingers are helping us, the Tarnished, bring about the new age. And if you actually, when we get to the mountaintops of the giants, we're going to look at that. But the banners of the hero's grave in the mountaintops is not Golden Order banners. It was too early back then. It was still under the banners of the fingers. Holy shit, I need to catch up. The creature will plant his seeds. Yes. We are years away. Man, I'm tried. So Elden Beast is Adam Lilith from Evangelion. Greater Will is in Civil Race, makes sense. You know, Kim Lee, that's actually really close. Like the Adam Lilith thing from Evangelion. Besides the fact that in Evangelion, you're not supposed to have the black moon and the white moon together kind of thing. You know? But yeah. It's you know, following that, Kim Lee, I think it's interesting to think that we don't know what the Greater Will is exactly. Okay? We just know it's a will, right? And it's sending these seeds to other worlds. The Greater Will could be not necessarily an individual. It could be a whole ass group. You know? It's like if you take a company, for example, or a country, it has a certain will to it. Like it has a common goal. It operates under almost as a person. If you didn't know, it takes decisions, right? And it takes certain actions. But what we see from our perspective is just the will of that thing called the greater will, right? Just the result of it. We don't know what it is exactly. It could be a god, right? Like quite on brand for like the universe, but it's so far away and we don't know anything about it. It could just as well be like some sort of collective, for example, like I don't know, a civilization that's sending things away and doing whatever it's doing for whatever reason. We don't know. When was the Three Finger stream? Last year? Something like that. I tried, okay? Also, can I shoot this dragon from here? God, that's not how you shoot. Don't shoot your sword. Maybe that's why she's so desperate to make you toss her into a fort instead of claiming the frenzied flame. Oh, you think so? Because of like her fate is sealed. Oh. Holy, that's actually interesting. Because out of all the things that could break the fate written by the Elden Ring and the order it imposes, it would be the Flame of Chaos. And wait, doesn't Shabriri just straight up says to save her from her fate? Oh. Got him! I touched him, I aggroed him. Let's see if he falls. Well, that's actually, yeah, that's actually an interesting addition there. Was Rani fate to get rid of her fate during the night of the plot? That's actually a very good point. Driver B, by the way. Also welcome. Very much so. I generally think that when she shed her Empyrean flesh, she actually kind of detached herself of her. Is he gonna fall? Dumbass. Wait! He's not dead! Are you serious? It just came down. And guess what? I can pause the game because I can. Technology. There. Let me catch up with chat. We don't play the game here, okay? We just make very reasonable and realistic claims about the game's lore. Yeah, there was more to that about the thing of Rani's fate and how by shedding her body she detached herself from that influence of the Elden Ring, which she kind of needs to do in a way to be truly free from the influence of the Greater Will and the Finger, so she can go on and do the Age of the Stars. The Age of the Stars Rani is trying to bring about is the Age of the Stars the Eternals of the Eternal Cities want to bring about, which is what Marika is doing. Because never forget that at the end of the day, Marika is an Eternal from the Eternal City. She is from the Ancient Dynasty. She is from the Dynasty and the Eternal Cities who are rebelling against the Greater Will. She's just basically an double agent. Okay, she took the position of God in the New Order, but she set up this whole plan to rebel against the Greater Will. And the Nox, like the Eternal City Nox people, had things they were doing, like they were drinking like the drought, the puppet making drought, which is a drought that used the Starlight Shard, which is said to influence the fate, to basically be free from the influence and the manipulation of fate of the Elden Ring and the Greater Will. It's like they rather become puppets by drinking that drought, which basically like kind of like makes them vegetative, but also frees their fate from the control of that outside force. It's kind of like extreme and messed up in a way. Which is also probably one of the reasons, since she shed her body, one of the reasons why Sully vs. Drought didn't work on Rani, among many others, which I'm just like going on like random ideas here. Fuck, I need to catch up, guys. I had a camera. Sorry. One of the most scary thoughts in all of Elden Ring is that the Greater will abandon the lands between. It didn't work out, so he left so he could like God Christianity and Zeus just leave it. Well, I don't think he was in the lands between to begin with. When the dialogue that references him abandoning, it references him abandoning the demigods, which is basically them saying what I was talking about earlier. He abandoned the current order, scrapped that shit. Now their favors are with the Tarnished. That's where they are placing their like plans. They're like, okay, we're gonna prop up the Tarnished, and they're gonna be the ones to establish the new order. One of them is gonna become Elden Lord, with Marika as the vessel of the Elden Ring. He abandoned the demigods because they couldn't establish the new order. They just were locked in a stalemate. So Astel are greater will thugs. Yes, genuinely. Like, Astel are greater will thugs. He just sends them on people he doesn't like, shoots them like with meteors and falling star beasts, which he did to the ancient dynasty a long time ago, which he's doing still to their descendants, which are the Eternal and Celia, and which is what he did to Farum Azula. Why it was randomly conveniently struck by a meteor, you know, around the time where for some reason another order that was supported by the Fingers, which are spokesmen for the Greater Will in a way, was coming into power and was going to usurp power from the previous age. There is a thought I had about Rani. Would it be possible for anyone failed in her desire to free herself from the roles of Empyrean and did not exactly what the Greater Will wanted to do? Maybe? I don't think so. It seems like she was pretty successful in establishing the Age of the Stars, I think. There's a cool thought that the Greater Will is actually a civilization or multiple people. Oh my god, I'm that far behind. Where did the concept of Greater Will come from? It has to be from the Two Fingers, but what I can figure out is why the Two Fingers were ever tied to divinity to begin with. That's a good point. Why did they believe them to begin with, huh? Probably brainwashing. The thought the freezing flame may be the only one able to stop the Greater is a good one, I think. What do you think I thought on Rani? Okay, I answered you, Sortier, sorry. But yeah, I do think like the frenzied flame as in chaos is antithesis to the Greater Will and order. So yeah, it can definitely like fuck shit up. Who's the dumb boy now? Probably her flesh was grown from the Earth Tree. Eh? Who's Rani's flesh? Is this like the Earth Tree birthing theory? The traveling attire confirms the Kindled Maiden have fate, and I think it breaches the fact that they are not the only ones capable of causing the Finger Slayer blade. Was Rani a Kindled Maiden? The fact that they are the only ones capable of using the finger. Why do you think they are the only ones capable of using the finger blade? Because they have a fate. Oh, thank you, Puzzleheaded. Alright. Let me rephrase things. I was saying earlier that there is something more about Rani unlocking her fate in a way when she abandoned her Empyrean flesh. So everyone has a fate, okay? There is two things going on. There is Radahn stopping the stars, which puts people's fate into stasis, which is a different thing. But then there is the Elden Ring taking control of fate, okay? Technically, everyone has a fate, and that fate is in the stars. But the Elden Ring controls everyone's fate through controlling the stars. What Rani did, and why she can use the Finger Slayer blade, because she quote-unquote has a fate that is not controlled by the Elden Ring. because she shed her Empyrean fate, like her Empyrean flesh, she now has a fate and is able to use the Fingerslayer blade. There is a reason why the Nox couldn't use the Fingerslayer blade. If they could, they would have. All right, they already have the Black Knife Assassins. All right, they hate the Greater Whale, they hate the fingers, but they had it as a relic and they couldn't use it after the first time they used it, by the way, because it's blood drenched. So it was used at some point. So at some point they managed to use it, but then they got dunked on by Astels, punished underground, and possibly by after that point was their fate sealed and they couldn't use it anymore. So they needed someone with a fate, quote unquote, which is what Rani is. So I don't think the Kindling Maidens can use the Fingerslayer blade. I don't think it's that simple. If it's the Eternal's plan, how many sacrifices were needed? Rani sacrificed her body, Godwin's soul, Melina and Marika. Anyone who needs to get some greater runes. Well, a lot of sacrifice. This is all a plan, and Marika created a whole age and then used her children as sacrifices for the whole plan, as tools. So a whole lot, just to break this world from the influence of the Greater Will. They tried the first time and they got like banished underground. Now this is like round 2 and it's through a sneaky plan when they have an inside guy, which is Marika. I think all the Black Knights were formerly Kindling Maidens, judging from the Blades of Colin and made a similar moveset. There is definitely a link there since they have the same moveset and the similar blade, you know, like similar weapon arch. There is a link there. It could be the fact that they are all kind of daughters of Marika, you know, so they're like a similar like group of people. We don't know if there is an actual other Kindling Maiden other than Melina. Melina is very much special Kindling. I don't know if the Finger Maidens can actually serve as Kindling. It's very unclear when it gets to that stuff. Like the cut content says that Bernal's Maiden failed to be a Kindling. Like she tried, like she got the idea, right? She tried to burn herself, but technically it says that she failed. But Bernal is in Farum Azula at the same time, so it's like, you know, like what's going on there? Very confusing. Also, let's kill this dragon. God damn it. Camera! Bruh, are we gonna fight like this? Okay, now you're just gonna... He died! What a loser. Easy. Shouldn't have messed with me. That was anticlimactic, yeah. Hello. Okay, what do you think of Marika? That's of the idea Marika is a Kindling Maiden herself? I don't see why she would be a Kindling Maiden. Like, the purpose of the Kindling Maiden is very specific and limited in the confines of Marika's plan. So why, like, it's not... Like, why would she be? Why would kindling maidens even exist outside of Marika needing Melina to burn herself to burn the Earth Tree? Wouldn't the Great Rare Crucible still be around? Oh shit, I'm gonna die here. Give me a second. I think the Crucible doesn't need to be burned. I don't think anyone needed to burn the Earth Tree, per se. Like the cruise... Alright, let me finish this fight and then I'm gonna answer you. I can't focus on answering while fighting these guys. Safi Jiva, hello! Thank you for the follow. I heckin' love Safi Jiva! Sheesh. Okay. Alright, let's see. Yeah, I don't know about the Great Tree thing. The Kindling Maiden is meant to use the Flame of Ruin to burn the Earth Tree specifically. It's a very specific thing. Even if you needed to burn like the Great Tree before that, if it even existed, like you could just do it, you know? Like it's not just like that special of a tree like the Earth Tree. Probably just a big tree that had the Crucible inside of it if it even existed. It probably would have been if it existed where the Earth Tree is now, which where the Earth, like inside the Earth Tree now is where the Crucible needed to be. And then the Flame of Ruin wasn't like sealed or anything. Oh shit, look at that. It's what Zillion, no, it's not Zillion who said that. Alright, it's who lied? It's the same turtle model. Show yourself. But they but they gave it a fly, like a swimming animation. Alright, it's the same model, but it has like a swimming animation, to be fair. It's kind of cute though. Who is the Glowmite Queen? Possibly Marika. I don't think so. It's gonna be the next video I make after Melina. That's pretty cute. Kill it. Yeah, I'm about to. The Great Tree definitely exists in the Death Root in Mountain Top is proof. I mean, sure. I don't have a strong opinion on the Great Tree, if it existed or not. I have my own interpretation of the Great Tree things. I told you guys. I don't know about the Great Tree or anything like that, but what I am convinced of is that there is a root system in the lands between that is different from the Earth Tree roots, which the Earth Tree roots connect to and Death Root connects to, which was the system made by like a forest of great trees, like the big petrified white trees that you can still find underground. And that's the Great Tree root system to me. And that's what really matters. It's the root system itself and how it's different from the Earth Tree roots. If there was a big tree at some point, maybe, maybe not. That's actually pretty cool that it's swimming. Holy shit, that's some bright rays. Damn. Get wrecked? Yeah, stupid turtle. Don't you fucking ever challenge me ever again. Yeah, I have visited the rise. I need one more turtle. Altertelo. I like fighting Electro, pretty fun. Should have taken the backstab. Back! Damn, she has a lot of health. I need to stop messing around. Really? How is your poise not broken yet? Shit, I'm dead. Jesus, my HP, the burn! Ow. Jesus! I need to stop being bad. I'm losing bad because I'm bad. Okay, I guess cannot block that. Can you not break their poise? Am I imagining that? Is that, do I have like, is that a Mandela effect thing? I'm be trying to break the poise of this. Okay, I guess I didn't dodge. Get headshot, loser. Shit. How did I make that? My character, how did he miss? Hello? I think this might not be it, guys. Holy shit, she missed. Okay. Let's go. You scared? Shit, I'm dead. No, 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 no! Ah! Fuck. If she does her like attack when you're melee range, you're fucked. God damn it. It's pretty hard, yeah. Yeah, it's pretty hard. I can see the Black Knights had been killed in maiden at some point because it's easier to destroy than to create, so maybe they were first taught how to fight, then they rebelled. Oh. Don't remember having several thousand HP. She's by far the hardest and tankiest Black Knife. She's like end game difficulty. What am I on this character? Plus 20. Okay. Okay, so I'm not reposting this. I have shield guard counters. It's a weird setup. Whatever. Let's just play better now. Should be fine. Also, I'm liking Sword and Shield. I forgot what I started this playthrough to begin with. It's because I like to play Sword and Shield. I wish I could parry though. You can't stagger her! What the hell was that about? How was she I was constantly jump attacking her and charge R2ing her. How did she recover so much posture all that time? There's no way. There is no way I wasn't like pressuring her enough. Was she bugged? Hello? Dude, I swear she was bugged. What the hell is that about? Okay, she was bugged. She was, I genuinely think she was bugged. I couldn't break her posture no matter how much I pressed on. There was no way. There's just no way. Shit. Whew. Ow. Nah, there's no way. Fucking Miyazaki is cheating. Is what happened there. Okay, I'm dead. I'm not dead. Maybe backstab resetted posture, but even then there was some pretty long stretches where I was like weighing onto her fairly hard with posture damage and she wasn't getting staggered. Yeah, no. Like, look how easy it is to break it. There is no way I never broke her posture like last fight. There's just no way. Sheesh. Oh, that was easy now. The Black Knights are bodiless too, it seems. That's another link to Melina. You have to stop being so smart, true. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if they're supposed to be bodiless or if it's just the, like cloak that fooled the eyes shenanigans. I use a plus 20 Uchigana Katana now, a plus 10 Moonveil Katana, and the Blue Dancer's Time to fight Electro. Sheesh. I did kill her on my mage character with like a plus 3 Moonveil. She is pretty difficult. I mean, she's fun though. Like once you know her moveset, she's very fun. What do we have left here? We have a bunch of dragons. Is there any point to killing the dragons? Is there any item here? Or was it just for the dragon hearts? Okay, dude. Just gonna wake up. How did you hear me, dude? That's bullshit. How are you not staggered? That's half your HP on your head. How are you not staggered? There we go. Dragon hearts, that's it. So you like hitting the legs to the head. It's faster if you can hit the head consistently. I believe that when the Elden Ring was shattered, the fingers became corrupted and their guidance skewed. Is that Vare who said that? I think so. Which is why people even like Dunk Eater are guided by grace. I can tell you that the reason why people like Dunk Eater are guided by grace is because Marika is the one who's controlling the guidance of grace. She's the one who said all this time ago that she's gonna extend back the grace, and the Tarnished knew that Marika was gonna call them back to the lands between. And if you see the guidance of grace, you can even see that it points you, well, I don't have it here, but the guidance of grace points you to the Forge of the Giants. Which, if it was just like the fingers or the greater will, it would never be a thing. Like, it would be blasphemous. The reason it's guiding you to all these places, even like the places that are against the Golden Order, is because Marika is the one who controls the guidance of grace, which makes sense because she's the one who took it away, and she's the one who said to the Godfrey and the Tarnished that she's gonna give back the grace to them at some point later. She's the one who shattered the Elden Ring. TLDR, Marika is the one who controls the guidance of grace. God damn it. No, don't do that. God damn it. Come! Finally. I definitely kind of agree on that, but it looks at the other explanations just for the sake of the argument. Oh, okay. Kind of funny how the modern dragons Elden Ring are the more primitive ones, and for humans it's the opposite. As in they regressed. I guess it's on theme for the fact that they fell off grace, and basically what I'm trying to say is that they peaked. Okay, dragons peaked, They peaked in high school, alright, and now it's humans' time apparently or something. I'm not fucking know. I think we're almost done with the altar. We only have the cathedral left and the last turtle. What no grace does to a motherfucker. Yeah. Don't do grace, kids. Good luck against Adula. Yeah, sure. Actually, these guys are gonna be harder than Adula right now. I fucking hate these guys. No! Why are you assholes? No! Let's finish him. God damn it. How many are there? 2 at the same time? What a deal. Alright, it wasn't too bad. Is guidance specifically for the Chinese? Godfrey was a demigod. Gold Mask looks like an alabaster. I'm inclined to think Fia is an ancient dragon. And maybe Dungator was Milos, a human giant. Well, all of those people you mentioned possibly are canonically and factually tarnished, so... yeah. Also, being a demigod doesn't not make you a human. Or tarnished, really. Is there any other items here to pick up? What do you feel about? How do you feel about? I think it's fine. So they're not too hard to find. Jesus. That's a lot of traps. You think they are too telegraphed? Like too obvious? Maybe, yeah. Alright, Adula, let's go. Let's go, loser. Damn, he's a big boy, actually. Oh, you don't have HP, man. Oh, okay. You do damage, though. God damn it, you're too big. Ah! Alright, so that's almost death. And he teleports. God damn it. I wish madness wasn't only used on tarnished enemies. You know, that's a good point. I wish it would do anything. Like, obviously anyone can be affected by madness, even plants and rats. How? Oh, he's doing the thing. Can you stagger, please? Holy. Good enough. Can I get a charge too? Yes. Yeah, but you agreed last time that Fia argued last time that Fia can't be an ancient dragon specifically because she's a tarnished. I mean, that's not how I meant it per se. I meant it as in like Fia. I guess I equated tarnished with being the group of humans, like champions, you know, and their descendants. But I see what you're saying. Like if like other species could be tarnished, like a dragon or a giant, would they be part of the tarnished too? And to that I say, I don't know. I don't think we have an example of a non-human tarnished. So just assumed, okay, my cat is here now. Oh boy. He's gonna mess up everything. Hello. What do you want? What are you looking for? Do you want to chill? Not on the laptop. Oh god. Alright. Give me a second. I'm gonna move you. Okay. There we go. There we go. Alright, there, you can chill here now. Okay. Huh? Such a good deal, eh? Okay. We compromised. It's all good. You can actually tell what they are because there aren't really all that many illusory walls on the ground, or maybe I am thinking that's easy to just do it. Okay, now he's freaking out because of the snowflakes in game. God damn it. Sir? Please don't attack the screen. Sir? Alright, give me a second. Okay, I think I chucked him. Alright, please sleep. I think Chinese characters like Roderica and the brothers Hoslo are cool because they are seemingly born outside of the lands between and were cold here. Garfield, that's most tarnished. Most, like, no tarnished is from the lands between by definition. I mean, some of them were originally in the lands between a long time ago. But yeah. Gold Mask is non-human, arguable. Like, you shouldn't pay too much attention to the model sizes in-game. But some of them, like Vike, for example, could have been around back in the time where they were, like, chilling in the lands between. I mean, Godfrey is an example. He was the Elden Lord. But yeah, many of them are like descendants of the original Tarnished. And so are like coming to the lands between for the first time. Also, hello, HG Luna. HG Lena. Hello. All right, let's take a look at this place. It's actually extremely interesting, if you ask me. So, I want you guys to pay attention here, okay? The Cathedral of Manu Celeste is interesting because of its architecture. First of all, it has a bunch of this guy, right? Which I guess Puzzlehead thought it was Godwin. I don't think so. Anyways, just given the perspective. The cathedral is actually built of a unique style of architecture that's similar to the black stone bridges in the lands between that also have this guy, but also to the divine towers. Like the stone itself and the pillars are very, very reminiscent of the divine towers and the black stone bridges in the lands between. Like it's a completely different style of architecture from every single other like church or cathedral in this game. It's unique to this place. And it has an abundance of that figure, that guy with the hood and the swords. It's called the Cathedral of the Celestial Hand, and it's full of starlight shards. It's actually really interesting. So this thing might be like extremely ancient. Godfrey, Vi, Gideon, Vaygrim, Wilhelm, all born in the lands between. Maybe? I don't think we have any confirmation besides Godfrey and Vike. Some would argue. But, yeah. Morgoth is grace given too. So, well, Morgoth is an omen, and the omens are said to be graceless. But the tarnish like refers to a specific group of people who had their grace taken away. There isn't like necessarily only the tarnished who are like people without any grace. Godwin, Radagon. I don't know about Radagon, but Godwin did seem like he was losing his grace as he was dying, right? Okay, it's just a skull. I wonder how this cathedral like ended this way. Like, does the starlight shard imply that it was like shot down by like shooting stars? How did it get this broken? Why is there so much starlight shards? They are supposed to be what's left behind after like a shooting star passes or something, right? Did this place get bombarded by like shooting stars? Not necessarily like massive meteors. Wait, I thought the architecture was the same as anywhere. No. This is the only place with this architecture. The only other place you can find this architecture is the black stone bridges, which have these statues on them. And it's similar to the like divine towers in terms of like these like black stone pillars. It's not exactly the same, but it's like literally the only close thing to it. It's I say divine towers because okay, this architecture, like these arcs, these stones, these brick like black brick stone structures can be found on the bridges I talked about and like the Blackstone civilization stuff. If you go to the ruin strewn precipice here, Did I take the grace? Yeah, I did. Okay, you know what? Might as well show you. If you go to the ruin-strewn precipice, which has all the Blackstone civilization, like a lot of the Blackstone civilization structures, and you go inside where the magma worm is, right? You get this stuff, like this stone architecture, these black brick things, like these aqueducts, the architecture of these aqueducts, like this, like that. That's the only similar thing to the cathedral, kind of. I think they're talking about the statues being Godwin or Radagon. Oh, my bad, my bad. Yeah. I mean, the statues are connected to Divine Towers puzzle-headed already. I mean, they're like literally on the Divine Tower bridges. Like every Divine Tower bridges has those statues. Like you can't miss them. Like you didn't need that to connect them. You know? Like these statues are mostly present in like the structures that lead to the Divine Towers. Like you find them on the Divine Towers, right? You have these bridges. You remember like the stone arches of the, like remember those arches of the divine, like bridges? And like this stone texture, it's basically the same as the one of the Cathedral of Manu Celeste. Like any place that has like Divine Tower Bridge or the tower that leads to the Divine Tower Bridge is full of these statues of this guy. Like if I go, for example, to the like Limgrave Tower Bridge here, you know, you have this guy all over the place here. And even this tower that leads to it is full of this guy. You know? Temple of Igli? No. It's completely different from the temple. The Chinese archaeologist made a really interesting theory about the Saint Sword statues in one of the recent videos. What did he say about him? If you don't mind. He said it's likely Radagon before he was married to Renala. I don't know if I agree with that. Why would it be Radagon? Why would he be so important to be put as saint statues everywhere? I believe Radagon is a lot more ancient than we originally led to believe. I mean, I guess that's one way, like that's one viewpoint. Yeah, I don't think it looks like this at all. Yeah. There's something I always wondered. According to Darish archaeologists, Medina implies people were born outright from the Earth tree. My question is, does this apply well to demigods too? As these weren't born from America, but from grace somehow possessed. Now, the Earth tree birth theory is something I like completely like disagree with. Just like actually doesn't make much sense to me. So I can't really like follow your reasoning on that. By the way, these statues are also exist in like Noxtella. The statue of this guy, whoever you want to believe it is, Godwin, Radagon, random guy, the Sword Saint guy, you can also find them in Noxtella. Garfield, yeah, like Puzzlehead did mention that yesterday, but I don't think it's particularly like of a like particularly strong connection. It's a very like generic great sword model, so of course it's gonna look like with the most generic great sword around, which is like the iron great sword. Then again, I saw what you sent me, Puzzleheaded. I really don't think the Order Greatsword looks that much like the Iron Greatsword. Like, it's not nearly as wide. It's, I don't know, like, it's just, they just look very sword-like. The Order Greatsword is much wider at the base. I don't know. I don't know, man. Are you kidding me? Ah! I didn't even think you could die, and my souls are up there. God damn it. Guys, are you ready? We're getting married. Okay? Is everyone ready? Are you all presentable? Yeah? Okay, let's go then. Look at this guy sitting at the roots. This guy is so ugly. Marry her, then do the frenzied flame Elden out of spite? Maybe. Alright, check this out. Actually, let me do this first. Isn't this cool? Yo, what up? Hello, Kareem. She actually killed him with the Finger Slayer blade, and she actually carved the half wheel of the centipede on him. Manicilis would be Celestial Hand, yeah. How you boys doing? I'm doing good. I'm doing fairly good. She really wanted to make sure this guy is dead. Like she really, like, using the Finger Slayer blade wasn't enough. She also killed him and also carved the half wheel on him. Tri-finger battle. Her eye look green, yeah. Oh yeah, that's another thing.
Well played, good sir.
Kikinakvo Gelman. Thank you for the follow. Hello and welcome. That's a really good point that her eyes look green. Remember how we talked earlier about how Rani's master was a revenant, and she was a spirit caller, right? Or a spirit, yeah, I think it's spirit caller is what it's called. And when Hugh talks about like how Irina has talent for spirit tuning, he talks about an old person he owes a favor to, who showed him the ropes. And he refers that Irina has that talent because of the tint, the color of her eyes. Irina's eyes are green. All right. Rani's master was a spirit caller, and the doll who is fashioned after her has green eyes. Does this imply another half wheel and you get a finger version of the curse mark? I don't think you get any. No, you don't get anything, but yeah. I don't think it implies anything. Maybe it's like poetic. Maybe it's like the half wheel was created by Rani as a ritual, right? That she, for like the ritual of hers and Godwin's death. It's probably some kind of like mark that really kills you really hard or something like that. Maybe it's just poetic that she had to like carve her flesh with this mark. So now she's killing him with that same mark. What the fuck is Curse? That's Christian emergency. Ronnie branded him. Ronnie was here. Yeah, basically something like that. Found the page. Thank you, Sorchi. So yeah. She curse marked his ass and killed him real hard with the Finger Slayer blade. Mikela connection. Okay, dude. She has a big head. Mikela. Eyes were blue in the cinematic. Okay, let's just check here. No, that's green. That's green tint. That's teal, I guess. He sure is weird, our Chinese character. Well, that's, yeah, he just found an animated doll and he wifed her. It's kind of sad. Wait, it's Roderica. Oh my god, I've been calling her like some dumb shit. Yeah, she's gonna grow more arms, and this is gonna turn out that she's the snowy crone who time traveled in the past. Oh my god. Real. In the promo cinematic? Oh, did she? We could check that. That's interesting. Yes. Yes. Damn, she's just gonna leave to space. Her eye is scarred, guys. Never forget, it's because of the Sharingan. Just leave the sword. Okay, dude. She thinks she can just buy me with swords. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Does it have an actual sword inside of it? Oh, it does. That's cool. I mean, it's not a sword, it's like a tree. Like a branch with leaves on it. Very uwu. Very cool. She bewitched us. She's Mikela. True. Real and true. If you zoom closer, the sword says stay frosty. Damn. Pull a Radagon and customize your greatsword. Hell yeah. What a giga chat. Radagon basically got the greatsword as a gift and he started putting like fire stickers on it and stuff. He put a sticker on it that says best order boy, #1 order boy, #1 golden order boy, and like a bunch of like Elden runes stickers. Damn, Radagon is kind of cringe, eh? Oh yeah, the rise. You're right. I have to get the last turtle too. Number 1 Golden Order boy. If you ever wanted to be a Golden Order boy, get yourself a moonlight sword from your wife. Then customize the sword to be Golden Order themed. Why does Rani's spirit form look exactly like Rani anyways? They were lazy or something. I don't know. That's the gist of it. They just duplicated the models. Oh yeah, we killed the Revenant earlier. He's done. He's donezo. Fucking asshole. Careful. Yeah. Where's the turtle? You guys know where the turtle is? It's some way around here. Ah, yes, the bug turtle. Wait, it can bug? Did it actually bug out? No way. Nah. I have to reactivate the thing. Really? Really, bro? Unbelievable. Do I have to do them all? Alright, you mean why he's convinced that he repurposed the sword? I don't know, just more dramatic, I guess. Okay, well, this one is not here, so I guess it counted that I did it, so... Just gonna go this way. Man, this area is bigger than it seems. Verify first. Well, I definitely can't enter since I haven't done the third one. The item description never claims Renal as his first survival because Harik tree is a present even predates the Earth tree. Bruh, I'm not even gonna get into the argument of the Harik tree predates the Earth tree. Morgoth's cutscene shows the twins grew before Rani too. No man, like the chair sizes are Jesus, that's a big boy, holy. The chair sizes the chair sizes are very inconsistent in Morgoth's cutscene, alright? That's all there is to it. I wouldn't extrapolate timeline from how they grew, considering especially that those chairs are from the last time they gathered right before the Shattering War started, so it's not even that long ago. Don't you ever find it weird, puzzle-headed, that it's Godric who has a seat there and not Godwyn, and the fact that they are the only demigods with a seat there? Considering all the demigods who died? It's because all that's like that meeting was right about when the shattering started, or like right before it started in like full force. Because most whenever there is no explanation, they've oversights. Now I give you an explanation. I'm telling you, it's obviously inconsistent. You shouldn't regard it too hard. I told you why. Like that meeting was when the shattering just started. Like unless you're saying that these like eons old, like the shattering was a long time ago, but not that long ago. It's still a fraction of the life of many of those demigods. Unless you're saying like they just grew most of their growth in the last few like centuries, like after the shattering. Nah, they were already adults by then. Like Rani already had lost her body. Nah, it's not weird. There is a reason why he doesn't have a throne. Godric has a throne, and that helps you place that meeting in the timeline. It's just right before the shattering. Those are all the people who inherited a great rune. That meeting itself could have been the time they were specifically handed great runes by Marika. If she's the one who manually handed it to them, you know, and told, because you have to remember, there is Marika's echo who straight up is her telling them to fight. So she gathered them and told them, my children, fight. Okay? That could have been that meeting, and that could have been the time where she gave them their great runes. There is another explanation for the death roots in Farum puzzle-headed, like the fact that Maliket is literally eating the death root and is based there. You know? Also, we clearly know when death roots started appearing in the lands between. It's stated in items, is that when Godwyn died, soon after death root followed. And Godwyn died during the golden age of the Golden Order. It wasn't that long ago. Then again, long ago is very relative in these games. But comparatively speaking, it was in the golden age of the Golden Order. Oh yeah, we did say that earlier, Sortier, how it means turtle. What I did with it is be disappointed. That it just means turtle. I thought it should be something cool, like some epic lore. I did make some epic lore out of it. My epic lore is that Rani is a turtle fanboy. Probably because she liked Turtle Pop when she was young. So, this is her like winter secret rise. And she had a bunch of pet turtles around. And she called it the Turtle Rise. Maybe you should say fangirl? I mean, yeah, sure. It's a fangirl. That's the lore of this rise. I've heard that description, but it does say that active description because the death root description specifically states true roots. Plenty of places that are present with the root of death don't have. Wait. To have what is ROD? Don't have death root. Rani's corpse, bestial sanctum. I'm sorry, what do you mean by ROD? Rune of Death that don't have Death Root. Yeah, but the Death Root spawned from... Oh, yeah, well, of course. The Death Root spread from Godwin's corpse specifically. It's not just about having the Rune of Death. It all originates from Godwin's corpse and have spread through the roots underground, like the network of roots of the lands between. Doesn't mean any place with the power of death would have death root. But Maliket is different. Maliket straight up ate death root. He's like gathering death root inside his body. Run out of characters. Oh, we should read the spell, I guess. No. Yes. Legendary sorcery symbolic of the Carian Queen. Use the caster as a vessel to incarnate a cold dark moon, then send it floating toward foes. The dark moon dispels all sorcery that touches it and temporarily reduces magic damage negation for those it strikes. This moon was encountered by the young Rani led by the hand of her mother Rinala. What she beheld was cold, dark, and veiled in occult mystery. Ooh. Lunar DLC confirmed. Dude, Lunar DLC would actually be dope. I'm telling you right now. The envoys are like moon people. You know, the ones with the trumpets? They are moon people, okay? A moon DLC, we're gonna go to the moon and we're gonna to the dark side of the moon. And we're gonna find there is a whole ass thing going on there, okay? And there is for some reason, a huge like great rune symbol on the moon. It's gonna be dope. I'm level 713. I hope it's enough for DLC. No, it's not enough, man. Okay. We need at least one more level. 714. Try to get 714. Any opinion on why there is humans up here? No strong opinion, honestly. I know that this is the normal one that you can see everywhere in the game, and this is the special one. Probably what you could describe as a dark moon, considering it looks cold. The dashboard goes into a different section. I think is a grow around where they're standing. The dashboard in Farm Azura is a can of worms. I mean, it is, but it doesn't have to spread directly from Malikat. It's just that how it got to Farum Azula to begin with, and then how it could have spread. I don't know. Like Malikat was working around in Farum Azula, and then he had like an indigestion, and he coughed up some dead root, and there you go. That's why it's in some places and not some other places. It would be dope. Hell yeah, it would be. Actually, what is the reason why the red wolf is around the tree? Beveldeers in your mind? I don't know, just Radagon's wolf in a private Radagon's family area. That's about it, really. Anyways. Is the moon ever mentioned outside of Raya Lucaria? Is the sun and the moon are purposefully excluded despite the latter being absurdly large? The sun is never mentioned almost. The moon outside of Raya Lucaria, I'm not sure. Do you see the other moon? Yeah, you can see the other moon. It's over there. You can't see it very well because it's not glowing and it's kind of behind the earth tree and it's foggy. This is the new one, the one that only appears in this region. And this is the normal one that you can see from everywhere. But the sun being like super excluded from every single thing, it's very like, I think the word sun only exists in the text like 5 times at most. I think it's done very much on purpose. Radagon seems to have a lot of beastly creatures connected to him without any real explanation. Are you talking about the misbegottens or just the wolves? The wolves, you can, I mean, even beasts, you can make up an explanation. It's mostly his ties to the Crucible. Yeah, it's mostly because of his ties to the Crucible, especially because the wolves are red. And also, the wolves, the magic they use is Crucible magic. It's like red tinted gold. They have the same sound effect, the same particle effect as like gold miracles, right? Like rune magic thing, whatever you want to call it. But they are like red tinted. So it's like very much an association with the Crucible. And obviously misbegottens are obviously linked to the Crucible. So there is this whole connection between Radagon and the Crucible. Some of it is glintstone. What do you... Oh, they do use sorceries. You're right. You're right. I was talking specifically about like the miracles they use. But yeah, they do use like straight up glintstone sorceries. Which I guess ties back... I mean, it's his dogs, man. I guess he trained them to do some sorceries. Imagine he's showing him tricks. I'm surprised at the amount of Greek and Greek sounding names named Elden Ring, to be honest, between Marika, Nefeli, Melina, Marina. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Let's see. So last time we finished the first art book, by the way. So now it's time for the second art book. Woo-woo. Just turn off this. Thank you. And this, and this, and this, and this. There we go. And this. All right. Let's move on to this second art book, see what it has. By the way, we're done playing Elden Ring for the day. We finished the Moonlight Altar. Next time we can explore whatever dungeon we need to do, depending on the topic of the conversation. But progression-wise, we have to do the... At this point, all we have to do is the mountaintops. Is Fia's ending the best one? I don't know. Maybe? I'm not really the interpretative kind of lore man. A lore man. A lore person. Subjective. Yeah, I'm sure someone could write an essay about why it's the best one. Alright. Volume 2. Let's see. I think this one has the enemies and bosses, so I'm kind of excited. Holy, well, that's a good start. That's not an enemy or boss. Sheesh. Wait, give me a second. This stuff is very dim. Let's try again. I think it's because I disabled HDR after I opened it. Yeah, there we go. Now we're talking. Look, it's the Crucible. Okay, when we get to the Frenzy, I think we're gonna do Frenzied Flame. We might just do a save state and reload to check out all the endings at the end in 5 years when we get to the endings. But something I want to do specifically for the Frenzied Flame, and then we have to prove Puzzle-Headed wrong, so we're gonna free cam in the cutscene at the end, where Melina shows us the like when she arrives and picks up the whistle, the torrent whistle. There we go. God damn it, I can't speak. So we have to free cam and clearly show to Puzzlehead that the whistle burns away at the end. And also one thing I want to do is just free cam in this scene, just to be able to look around. I'm really curious as to what this is. Like the shape of it is so weird. Good luck, Laurel. All right. The shape of this thing, like it looks like it could have been like the Earth tree, but I'm like, I want to actually like fly around and clearly see what this is. Like if it's the stump of the Earth tree, why does it have its shape? Like the size of it, does it fit? Even though it does like this weird thing here, does it fit inside like how big the previous like the Earth tree was? It's 100%. Yeah, it would seem like it, but why is like this the shape of it like that? You know? Like, is it just like frenzied flame stuff going on? Gold doesn't burn away or disappears, can only melt. Yeah, something like that. Anyways, we're gonna see that when we get there, Puzzlehead. Okay, just 2 more years. Okay, 2 more years. Because the illusion was burned away. Well, it's not an illusion. You can look at the Earth tree up close. It's a tree. It's very much a tree. It's not an illusion. Sheesh. Christmas 2025, basically. Mikela is at the base of that picture. Huh? You fell for it. They got you. Ah. Look at that. Oh yeah, another thing. Like Marika also didn't have like her left arm. It was barely holding on when she's crucified. And then in the cutscene, you can free cam to look at it, by the way. In the cutscene, when she falls, her left arm, like left side, breaks away. And that's why Radagon doesn't have like a left shoulder, left arm, and he just had like the shadowy goop in its place. But basically, like they have the same body, but when like Marika falls off from the crucifying pose, it was barely holding on, so it just breaks off. And you can actually see it on the ground if you free cam in that cutscene. And then you have this really interesting spear. Shadowy goop, nice, yeah. This is Destined Death colors, okay? This is Destined Death spear. Which is a whole kind of worm, but yeah. Does Marika have a credited voice actor? I have no idea, James. I haven't checked. Ever. Sheesh, look at Godric. Maybe it's another form of Destined Death, the magical red and the black spear. I mean, it's just Destined Death, right? Like, it can take multiple forms. At the end of the day, it's just like the black-red energy. It can be fire, it can be whatever. Who's spirit? Dude, that's a whole thing. I don't know. Okay, here's the thing. Marika wanted to die. Okay? So this could be many things. This could be Marika doing this to herself. You know, just to weaken the Elden Beast, because the Elden Beasts have the scar in the same spot, relatively, kind of, you could say, where Marika is stabbed by the spear. And at the end of the day, you need specifically a weapon to slay the gods, right? And you need to free Destined Death to be able to kill the Elden Beast. And Marika set all these things up so she could die and, I guess, indirectly kill the Elden Beast. So Marika definitely set up for something to stab her with that spear. The question is, who is it? And here's like a proposition for you here. Who could go inside the Earth Tree with the power of destined death and do that to her? Like, even if Marika wanted to do that to herself, like, she doesn't have the rune of death, Maliket wouldn't do that. It would have to have happened after she shattered the Elden Ring. Like, the options are fairly limited. Rune of Death has been removed from the Elden Ring. So some say it's the Black Knife Assassin outside, but how would the Black Knife Assassin get in there to begin with? But actually, I think there is one person who actually can get inside the Earth Tree and also happens to have the power of the Rune of Death. And that person is Melina. Melina comes to Lanedale, and even like before she comes here, like before she left Lanedale to begin with, she was given her purpose inside the Earth Tree by Marika, right? To be the Kindling Maiden. And she was entrusted, which is the Sharingan theory, the whole thing, with the Gloam Eye, which has the power of destined death. So Melina is someone who is in cahoot with Marika, who has the power of destined death, and would have been inside the Earth Tree around the time after the shattering. It's literally the only person who fills all three criteria: has destined death, is in cahoot with Marika, and could access the inside of the Earth Tree. Sheesh, man. So I think that Melina is the one who speared her. I'm not super convinced of that, but I just can't think of any other candidate really. She wasn't speared when she was shattering the Elden Ring. Destined Death Spear incantations confirmed. Man, how cool if the DLC is after the Frenzied Flame ending and Melina tries to kill you, and her boss fight she has like Destined Death Spears. Hey. You are on Godric right now. Oops, my bad. God damn it. Miquella? Why Miquella? Since when does Miquella has the Rune of Death? Like, we barely know anything about Miquella, and why would he have access to the inside of the Earth Tree? The Earth Tree is blocked off to everyone by the thorns from outside. Melina can go inside the Earth Tree, which she does, by the way, when you bring her to Lanedale. She goes to ascertain her purpose with Marika. So she goes inside the Earth Tree. She does that because she's a spirit and she can't go inside the Earth Tree at that point. She's free to move as she wishes in Lanedale. And then after you fail to go inside the Earth Tree, she meets you outside. Morgoth cannot go inside. Nobody can get inside until the thorns are burned off. Melina is potentially the only one who can go inside because she's a spirit. And Melina did ascertain her purpose, by the way. Like, her whole point in coming to Lanedale, after Marika gave her her purpose inside the Earth Tree, was to ascertain her purpose. And when you meet her after the Morgoth boss fight, she have confirmed her purpose, which is possibly with Marika. So it's even possible that when you arrive at Lanedale, between the time you arrive at Lanedale, Melina leaves, right? And you meet her again after the boss fight. She went inside. Marika might still have been conscious then, and Marika asked her to spear her with destined death. A husk of the Earth Tree blocks your way. That is a pretty interesting word, you're right. I wonder what the Japanese is for that concept. Actually, that might be worth checking out. That's a really good point. Do you have any idea how long Marika has been longing from the Rune Arc? Did she move freely around Leyndell before? Before this, yeah, of course, she's a god. But how long it's since the Shattering? It's like around the time when she shattered the Elden Ring. That's the best time frame, so a long time ago. But yeah, I just don't see anyone else spearing Marika with Destined Death but Melina. There just isn't any other candidates. I'm not super sure about it, but she's the only one who fills in like the criterias. The spear is red, while Elden Beast's grab attack has very clear golden spears. Yeah. True. Also, Elden Beast wouldn't like actually harm the vessel like that, because clearly harming the vessel the way this spear did actually harmed the Elden Beast, which is Marika. What Marika wants. Marika wants someone to kill her, so that you can kill the Elden Beast. By killing Marika, you're killing the Elden Beast, you're killing Radagon. They are all the same being at that point. Is there a chance Marika is the one in front of us? Only the Radagon aspect to her being in actual sentience. Yeah, of course there is a possibility, but I wonder if she's just basically like disabled. I mean, her purpose is completely done by that point. Everything is set up for her to die. I don't think she's already dead, as in she wanted people to kill her. I don't think she would be dead unless Radagon and Elden Beast died. Maybe she completely lost control at that point also. I mean, she did completely overwhelm... Like, Radagon and Elden Beast could not stop her from shattering the Elden Ring. So she completely overwhelmed them when she shattered the Elden Ring. But after that, the purpose was completely done. Maybe she had like some more time to set up some things. Maybe she wasn't crucified right after that, right after the shattering. Maybe she had time to, you know, go out, because she has that line with her children when she's setting them up to fight, telling them to fight. So that could have been after she shattered the Elden Ring and she gives them the Great Runes. But after all of that is done, she's basically just sitting there waiting for someone to come kill her. She just did the whole setup, basically. Malekith spreads Marika because of her trespass, and his kill switch activates like Blade. Brilliant. Yeah, but how would Malekith would have access to the Earth Tree, though? I think Malekith was too concerned with like fixing Godwyn's mass and absorbing the death root. Wonder if Radagon realized. Also, if that's what. Also, and another thing is that Marika being speared by Destiny is what she wants. Okay. That's against the Golden Order and stuff like that. Like, that's what she wants. To fuck shit up is to spear her and kill the Elden Beast. People who have been betrayed by Marika wouldn't do this to her. Nor would the Finger want someone to do this to her. It's no accident her womb is speared through. Probably there is some symbolism there, yeah. It would be amazing if you speak to pre-shattering Marika. It would be amazing to speak of any of the major demigods as actual NPCs and have them give dialogue. That would be great. Dinner is up later, Cosmo Man and chat. Goodbye, Kimberly. I hope you enjoy your food. Didn't figure with the crone the roundtable whole test. The Greater will punish Marika for shattering the leg. Mobility is the red spear and the imprisonment of the Earth Tree. The imprisonment in the Earth Tree and the crucifixion is definitely punishment, but the spearing is not. No, but like the Greater Will, the Fingers, like that order faction would not want Marika to be speared again, because her getting speared, all it does is further her own plan, which is to get herself killed, which would kill the Elden Beast. And her getting speared, all it does is harm the Elden Beast. So I don't think the punishment would be imprisoning her, because even in that dialogue there's talk about she is still a god, all right, and she is only punished by being imprisoned and robbed of her like freedom, okay, which is fairly poetic when you think about what you were talking about earlier about how the whole plan is the Eternals emancipating themselves from the influence of the greater will and taking back their freedom and their controls over their fate. What they might have done to Marika here to imprison her is basically like lobotomize her, just make her an empty vessel, like take her freedom and mind away. But the spear part, that's what she would want. That's what someone who's allied with Marika would do. Godric used to have maces, I guess. Sheesh. Have to go as well. Thank you for hanging out, Serious Bounds. Take care, goodbye. Hopefully see you Saturday Prophecy. For sure, 100%, it's happening. For real, DLC Saturday, guaranteed. Sheesh, this is some detailed reference stuff. It is though, thank you for the reminder. If there is no DLC, dude, there is DLC. Don't even entertain the idea. There is DLC announcements. Oh my god. Renata looks so much better than in-game. In-game, she looks weird. Like she has some like cream on her face. She looks very shiny. Same way Medikit appears in Farm Azula, I guess. Yeah, sure. I think there is some other purpose beyond this for the tarnish. Kill the other gods, I think, because having a god killer weapon is not something you give to a knight or a warrior. It sounds like something you give to a potential king or leader of some sort. Sure. I mean, there were like the tarnish who would be doing that would become the Elder Lord. Hello, Monas. How you doing? No! The Ember Egg! God damn it! Zully the Witch destroyed my... By the way, I really loved that I have managed to find like the red hair inside the Ember Egg for the Radagon theory. But that was just a bonus. But it fucking sucks that I was robbed of that. Like Zully made a video actually digging onto this and he found that the hair inside the Ember Egg is not actually red. It looks red because of like how the lighting works inside the Ember Egg, but the actual texture is black. Bad earthquake still happening, Monkus. I hope you're okay, Monas. I hope everything goes well. What is this? This gives me like Mikela vibes. It's like there is a weird like androgynous femininity going on here, like the veil, the flowers, the helix? I'm tired of Mikela. Mentions Mikela once. Big mistake. Like there is a face here, right? Like the vine slash thorn flower crown, like the helix necklace. My biggest question here is facing the earthly common knowledge is the extreme irony of manifest destiny that she's always depicted crucified and ends up that way too. I don't think it's common knowledge. I think it's irony. I think it's irony that her, because it also depicts her Elden Rune. I think her pose is based on her Elden Rune. It's her depicting her Elden Rune. right? But then the irony of her being crucified in that pose is what it is. I like to think this is Mika. They are reborn scholars. Maybe. Those are floating things that attack you. You have too long to kill the bubble girls. Yeah, I know that. I know. I'm saying like the depiction on the tombstone like gives like some Mikola vibes. And believe me, I'm not the Mikola guy, alright? I don't jump at Mikola at every occasion, I swear. But this actually has some Mikola vibes going on. Hello, YYYFDUGYU. How are you doing? No, don't like that idea. You're not allowed to like that idea. It is a tombstone, but for some reason, Renala turns the juvenile scholars into tombstones and throws them at you. She even mentions it after you beat her, and she's talking to them. She's like, "Come out, or they will be tombstones or whatever." I mean, everyone seems to converge on the idea that imperials are female demigods. So who's beyond Mikila is this? Well, it could be anything. It's just a feminine androgynous figure, which brings to mind Mikila, right? We were Mikila all along. Bravo, Kojimbo clap. Oh my god. Kojimbo moment. Mikila man. Cause don't worry about it, just force your logic despite evidence like I do. Don't we all, puzzle-headed? Don't we all? Isn't that what Lauren is about? Is who can the most unashamedly... Lore is about who can the most unashamedly and unironically force his skewed logic onto others despite evidence of the contrary. That's what lore is about, guys. You heard it here first. It's what Miyazaki wants us to do, yeah. Force each other's... into each other's... Wait, no. Not like that. Hold up. Force... Gaslight each other's. There we go. That's what he would have wanted. He wouldn't have wanted it to gaslight each other's. I reckon there's a chance DLC will have demigods we have never seen or heard. Oh, 100%. Oh my god, FromSoft loves to do that shit. And just so we are clear, there is not a single mention in the whole game that the demigods we know of are all the demigods of a certain marriage. Not a single one. In fact, we know there is several dead demigods inside the mausoleums that we never heard of. Alright? We don't even know their names. There could be more of them who are out there. There is like so many more great runes that we don't know if they're out there in some other demigod's hand. Think about it. The Farum Azula's Elden Ring is completely different from the current Elden Ring. What happened to all those? Okay, we know that they removed the Rune of Death, okay, and it was sealed, fine. But what about all the other runes that you can find in the Farum Azula Elden Ring? Huh? Where are they? Like the DLC could just as well be about like some of the holders of those. Or Elden Ring 2 or whatever. Like they can just expand this shit so much. They don't even have to try to. Like it's extremely easy for them to say, oh, actually, here's this demigod who was extremely important. He's the firstborn of like, I don't know, America. And you never heard of him despite him being the most important character in history. Yeah. I think Mikela is inside the Helix Tree because their body is unresponsive at the moment, as in it doesn't seem to even register people are talking. Yeah, I think Mikela is in the dream world. I mean, we kind of know he's in the dream world, considering like Saint Trina has been spotted in dreams, which is Mikela. I'm telling you guys, Hellfen DLC, okay? It starts with Mikela's dreams, okay? Mikela is trying to reach the Hellfen to resurrect the soulless demigods because the eclipse failed, okay? So first part of the DLC, is Mikela's dream worlds, which we enters from the Empyrean's cocoon, right? And then we go through that part of the, and then eventually we reach the actual spirit world through Mikela's dreams, you know? That's like the second area or something like that. Bam. And there we fight Godwin. Bam. Easy. Then you wake up. God damn it. I'm gonna be dreaming this happens in the stream on Saturday, and then I'm gonna wake up. It can be a coincidence that the rune of the unborn looks exactly like how Mikela's wood or old rune are stuck as children. Oh, that's not a bad point actually, Puzzlehead. Maybe you should be a Mikela guy, join us, cause hell no. The thought of random demigods is so exciting, they need to turn this game into a live service model. A limited DLC. We're gonna get Elden Ring 2 guaranteed, don't even worry about it. Mikela's dream DLC was actually just in our dreams all along. Oh my god, Miyazaki is a genius! Holy shit! Look guys, it's Morgoth. He just got, he's just like, the cringe, the cringe, this fucking DLC speculations, I can't handle it. We need Silver Mask in Elden Ring too. Sheesh. Actually, I bring it up to the so actually the tarnished character. Yeah, that would be not from soft style to make the actual player character important in any significant way. Just a random guy. Rina also behaves very bewitched by the egg. We know bewitched the academy with the fulments prevented her from becoming bewitched too. True. Mikela is the outer god of the moon. Also, here it looks like Morgoth is supposed to have wings under his cape in this concept art. You see this? That looks like small wings. It couldn't be his tail. I wonder if he was supposed to be like Moog and also get wings. He looks like Mikela in the cocoon once he beat him. Yeah, he does. The same model. Morgoth, Mikela, and the soulless demigods. They all have this model. Oh my god, it's my boy Rodan and Leonard. Holy shit, poor horse. Jesus. Shadan. Mikela is the Dark Moon and Rani intervenes her deep slumber because she's protecting her own great one and because the friends is smart. Yeah, basically. Oh, you can see the shedded skin. Like, there is... how can you look at Rykard's hands and the creeping hands and the finger weapon and not be like they're all the same thing? The creeper hands are Rykard's hands. I don't know how that happened, but that's a thing, man. Man, Rykard is sick of you guys' shit right now. He's like, they're talking about Mikela again. I look exactly like Rykard in real life. Damn, you got the drip. Dun, da, 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 da. Oh, nice. We even get the hand image. Sheesh. Oh shit, the bowl. Are those mini bowls he has on him? Yeah. Oh, his sword looks so cool. Like it's a golden sword under all the stuff. Yeah, it would have been really cool to have. Be right back, good stream. Alright, sword here. Dun, 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 dun. Oh my god. Guys, you know her name? I can't remember. What's her name again? It's kind of escaping me. It's Melana? Sword of Mike? Something like that? Bloody Mary? Yeah, I think so. Michaela's sister? Melana Michaela's sister? Sheesh. By the way, it does seem like the rot is affecting her like unalloyed gold prosthetic. It's just like very resistant to it, but it is affecting the unalloyed gold a bit. I'm sure there is some symbolism to this emblem. Actually, this is interesting. This is 333. This is the branches, like the scions. Actually, you could interpret this as the family, like the demigods. You have Rykard, Radon, Rani, which is because it's kind of lines up with their placements in the Elden Ring, like the great runes they have in the Elden Ring. Like you have the Renala Radagon side to the left, and they all have their great runes to the left. Then you have the center ones that are all the golden lineage, Godfrey and Marika's ones. And then you have the three to the right, which are Melania, Michaela, and Melina. Okay, Melina is the child of Radagon and Marika. So you have Rykard, Rani, Radon, Morgoth, Mog, Godwyn, Melina, Michaela, Melania. Yeah, this emblem actually fits because there is constant talking about like the children, the demigods, as like branches of the tree, like the different lineages. Especially since like Michaela is all about, you know, he likes everyone apparently, so. Welcome back, Sorcher. So yeah, that might be what it actually depicts. Unsure though, unsure. Yeah, even the unalloyed gold of her sword arm has like some rot into it. By the way, the writing on her blade looks like the runes that it looks like the fingers, like the weird runes that the fingers use to write. They usually do it with light in the cipher rings, the cipher pata, and the coded sword. It looks like fingers, like two fingers writing. Triple ring of light. Three sisters. Melania has to die 3 times. Mog does 3 nihils, 3 butterflies, etc. Godwyn is the Glowmite Queen. True! Real. No positive. Stop. What do you mean stop? Let him. He's on to something. We We know that Godric stole the Mimic Veil from Leyndale and brought it to Stormvale. The Godskin Apostle Prayer Book also is also in Stormvale. Do you see a connection? Did Godric steal it too, or is there any other reason why this prayer? Oh, you guys want the prayer book like lore? I have some prayer book lore. I genuinely think I got it. The Godskin prayer book thing. I genuinely think I have the explanation for it, but it's not good enough to make a video about or anything. Like, it's a small factoid. So there is this whole thing about Gostok. Gostok is actually the bastard of Godric. It's not explicitly said in game because it's cut, but earlier it was more clearly said that Gostok is actually the bastard of Godric. Gostok is the annoying guy at the gate of Stormvale who steals your runes if you die, and he stomps on Godric at the end. That guy hates Godric from the depth of his heart. He hates him so much, alright? And most of that is also motivated with his inferiority complex and how he is like an unrecognized bastard of Godric, right? And he fucking hates the guy. So what happened, like what I think happened, is that the Godskin, like, he would have killed Godric if he could. The Godskin prayer book, I don't think is Godric's because it's in the servants area of the castle. It's literally in the storage room. It's hidden in a chest in the food storage of the castle. All right. So I think that prayer book, I mean, it's not like Gostok is the only one who hates Godfrey. There is many people who hates Godfrey because of the way he treats his soldiers, because of the grafting he's been doing. Basically, everyone hates Godfrey. But what I think that is some of the help of the castle, like the workers of the castle, who really hates Godfrey, got his hand on the Godskin prayer book because it's something that would allow you to kill a god. And you can tell it's from like someone of the lower class because it's hidden in a chest in the storage room of the kitchen of the castle. So it's like from hidden by one of the servants. And who better for that role than Gostok, which we know actually hates Godric so much from the depth of his heart and has like more than one reason for wanting to kill him. Godric couldn't fit through that door. Yeah, exactly. So anyways, I think that prayer book is from is Gostok. Gostok got his hand on the prayer book and he's keeping it hidden, and he's planning. He's a coward, of course, so he would never actually use it. But he's the one who got his hand on it and fantasized about using it and killing Godric, is what I think is happening there. Holy. Malikat looking real cool. What do you think about his talent of getting ruin? You mean pillaging? He does that in general. He does pillage the corpses of people who die in the castle. Malikat looks very lion-like in this image. More than wolf-like, like his mouth, muzzle. Like when he becomes a servant, like a merchant, he starts sending you things that he pillaged from like people who died, so... You stop, I have to tell you guys what's happening before Miyazaki has Miyazaki. Exactly. Damn, he looks so cool. Oh shit, look at that. Man, Maniket's design is so cool. Oh my god, Placidusac had yellow lightning. Dun, 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 da, da, da. Dun, dun. This spear looks very small here. Oh, it's Godfrey. Can you see the herb? Yeah. This is so ubu. The tentacle design on his axe is always really interesting. Damn. Shadagon. Oh. All right. Dun, dun. Let's see, what time is it? Oh my god, it's 9:30. Anyways, guys, I think I've been going on for more than enough for today. I'm gonna try to stream another time in the current of the week, maybe like Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday, if there is an actual like worth watching stream event. We could watch that for DLC announcement that's 100% happening on Saturday. I'm gonna try to stream one more time before then. I'm also gonna try to release the Melina video before then. But I think that is it for me today. Gotta go eat and stuff. Oh, DLC is happening, believe. Anyways, thank you guys for hanging out. Thank you for chatting and talking about conspiracy lore theories. And yeah, see you all next time. Bye bye.